Welcome back to Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I hope you toke it up and tuning back in because you know I'm having a fine morning today. I'm going to be doing a remote. I think you're going to love that. So go to our website and check it out. Right now we're doing a remote from Cannabis in the Canyon, and who we got?
How's it going, Old School? How you doing?
Doing great, brother. Doing great. How y'all doing down there? You had a good weekend?
Man, we had an excellent weekend, brother. Like, I'm down here with Josh Grayson. I'm down here with the Blunts, man. You know, his personal really. Yeah,
He's
say
Old
hi.
School.
Say hi, guys.
What's up?
What's going on?
How are you? Good morning.
Good morning, just Fighter and Frog here. Y'all enjoying everything down there? I've been seeing everything that's been going on, looking great.
Man, I'll tell you this. There was some amazing music down here. Some really, really amazing music this weekend.
We had a lot of local talent come down and actually really rocked the house for us this week. You guys, big old shout out to you guys. If I can remember your names right now, I really would. But I will get those out on my Instagram as soon as possible, guys.
Okay.
You know, man,
yeah,
I'll tell you what, Old School. It was definitely a more patient-focused event than some of the bigger ones that I've been to. A much more kid-friendly environment, which is what we hear a lot of the patients asking for. I'm really looking forward to next year. I hope there's a lot more people and vendors here next year as well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, Cannabis in the Canyon, I love that venue because it's a nice, relaxed place. You know, you can wander around. I had a blast down there last year.
It's so family oriented and family friendly. Like, you can let your kids literally run around and you don't really have to worry about them that much. I mean, you got to keep an eye on them, but you could actually let them away from your side for a little while.
Yeah, it's like you say, it's a great place to relax among kind of family. Because we try to look out for each other whenever we're together.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's exactly what we try to do. Look out for one another, and that's why this was a patient-driven
Cool.
Event, guys. This was exactly meant for the patients. It wasn't meant for anything else. It was just meant to say thank you, guys.
Right on, right on. And today is the last day, correct?
Absolutely, it's wrapped up.
Today is the last day, yes, and we're fixing to go down and see the events, or not the events, but the awards here in just a little bit, and give our support on that one.
Cool, cool. Are you going to be doing it live from there?
Yes, actually we will be. So look for the Dad Father or the Blunts Man or Josh Grayson here just in about, actually this will be tomorrow. So,
yeah, see, we're recording today, but everybody's going to see it tomorrow, so everybody will know the results already.
Yep, so you all know already, but stay tuned.
All right, Blunts Man, I love that outfit, brother.
Thank you.
Just rocking on. I've been following your videos and stuff, just rocking on with that stuff. Cool, cool, cool.
Man, yes. You know, it gets attention to do what I want to do. Because, I mean, you got to stand out to grab somebody's attention to even get them to watch your videos.
Right.
And then my main goal is not to break the stigma, but I also want to raise awareness on mental health, which I suffer from. And I also want to raise awareness on addiction.
Right on.
And I just found like my own way that I can kind of do that. I stand out. I mean, you can kind of tell by the way I dress. Sometimes I suffer from mental illness. So
I dig it because I'm the same way. You know, mental health and addiction, I understand 100%, and always trying to break the stigma on that.
Absolutely. It played such a big part of my life. It's something I'm passionate about.
And I'm sure you're like me. If we get out in public a lot, you know, and people comment on your outfit.
Oh, yes, they do. But it's also, when I do my videos, I will say this. When I do my videos, I can be so wild, so extreme. But when I get to a public event, since I don't drink anymore, it's very hard for me to be the same way I am on my videos sometimes.
I know.
I do get really timid.
It's always different in person than it is on videos, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Cool.
On videos, I just feel like I'm so free.
Yeah.
Man, I also got to say, man, shout out to Toke. Oh, yeah. Toke, man, he's been down here with us all weekend. Brent's down here with us. We got some amazing shirts. I love the Higher Than NASA shirt.
Oh, yeah, and the Ganjapreneur?
Yes, the Ganjapreneur.
And then we got the JKJ processing.
JKJ processing, you bet.
One for the commemorative one for the event as well this year. Sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out.
Yeah, I do love commemorating these things like this. I have a lot of memories coming up on Facebook and stuff, and that's what I like about this. So I can look back and see where I was and what was going on. It's cool.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things that we love about being able to not hide what we do anymore and being able to publicize everything.
Oh yeah, it's great because I can send pictures on my phone and stuff. You know, oh yeah, I can talk to you. If you're in Oklahoma, I'll talk to you.
Right.
So is everybody still breaking down their campgrounds and stuff?
Yeah, we're just now starting to get down and break down. I don't think everybody's going to leave today, but everybody be out of here tomorrow morning for sure.
All right, right on, brother. Well, I'll tell you what, on that note right there, we're going to take a short break and give a shout out to our new sponsor, Orca. Tune in. I hope you token up. Got Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. Welcome back to Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I hope you token up and tuning back in because you know I do on them breaks. We're sitting here talking with my friend Joshua, and brother, you got a new product coming out, don't you?
Well, I mean, it's, we've had the Essence of Cannabis Oil Eco that's been on the market for about 3 months now. But we actually just managed to drop our penny cancer capsule program last week. Went out to 14 dispensaries across the state. And so 70 cancer patients were able to get an entire month's worth of meds for only a penny.
Cool.
We're going to do that again next month. We're going to take care of those 70 again while trying to add more each month. And the goal is this, man, we're going to take, once a patient signed up with that, we're going to take them all the way through, hopefully, to remission in 6 months of clean scans before they have to start paying for that medicine again. Be Elevated is just really kind of committed to being the change that we want to see in the industry. And the Eco Time Release capsules kind of taken off finally and getting a lot of dispensaries. So we're really excited to see that, man. It's been a crazy journey, though.
And we have talked about this, and you said these are, in our opinion, in your opinion, said they haven't been tested. These are by the FDA. These are specifically designed for cancer patients.
Well, so here's what it is. The product is designed to enhance bioavailability. To be very scientific with it, it increases total systemic time to increase oral bioavailability to approximately about 87%, whereas most products top out in the 27 to 30 range. Now, again, what that allows us to do, we can't make those claims because of the FDA, but what we believe that does is that allows the body to have a better chance of homeostasis and fight back against diseases, specifically cancer being one of the most predominant ones that our medical community and our pharmaceutical community would want to treat with poison, when nature provides us a perfectly amazing alternative for that our bodies are built to receive. So we chose to kind of to focus on fighting cancer with that. We can't make claims, but we're seeing a lot of people have a lot of good results.
That's outstanding. I love that because I'm dealing with cancer right now myself. In fact, we made some suppositories last week on the show, and in mine, these were specifically. Now these are not for sale. These were specifically designed for me. I've got RSO in them. I got CBD, CBN, CBG, and I don't like the carrying agent of the coconut oil. So I went to the store and got some Preparation H and mixed that all in.
Okay, so my only question then, John, when you're doing a suppository, you've got to get it high enough to that upper third of the GI tract. And for most males, that's 4.8 to 5.2 inches deep. So
you're talking about
make
going
sure,
to Vegas,
you
ain't you?
get your medication where it's the most effective, because you are old school. So I mean, we wouldn't want to do it wrong. So again, old school, you gotta get it up there, okay? If you're gonna, because we're
We've
fighting
talked
cancer.
about an actual applicator to help.
I think they have those. They're for sale at Christie's Toy Shop, any other adult retailer, or maybe even on Amazon. But that's not really my market.
Dude, I can count on you to go there. I appreciate you.
I don't have purple hair for nothing, bro.
But the reason we did add the CBD, CBN, CBG is so I can get, in my opinion, better absorption rate of the RSO. And like
Absolutely.
you say,
Again, a part of that depends on how far up in the GI tract you're putting it. But if you put it in that part where it's not water soluble and the medicine has no choice but to absorb, then we're able to really custom tailor what medication you want to put there, and how we want it to absorb over what time frame. There's so much more that we're learning that we're able to do with that medication to make it more effective and even more customizable for patients.
And I do at night whenever I take my RSO. I take it with a combination of CBD, CBN, and CBG because I think it, in my opinion, I think it helps absorption.
Mm-hmm, absolutely, especially the CBG does, absolutely.
And since I'm so thin, that's another thing I found out is I've got to add fat to my diet. And a lot of times I'll do ice cream or an ice cream float at night to help again, because whenever I was first started my RSO, I wouldn't get the absorption and effect that I am now.
Yeah, and combining that different types of fats with it also helps to shuttle that digestion to different locations as well. If it's a cream-based fat, you're going to get more of the 11-oxy conversion, whereas if it's more of a like an olive oil-based fat, you'll start getting like lymphatic activation. Yeah, there's definitely ways that you can enhance the bioavailability of even just regular RSO by combining some sort of a slow digesting fat source with it, or fast acting carbohydrate to kind of vary up that digestion rate. Right. My goal is always to make it stick around as long as possible so the body has a chance to absorb it. So I think you're definitely doing the right thing there by adding a fat source.
Well, that comes back to your product. It's in a capsule. And we did cover that last week with Dr. Lance Frasure, that capsules do have to be in water to start soluble. So yours is a liquid inside the capsule. And once it gets in the body, that's when it starts dissolving.
Absolutely. So what it is it's actually inside of one capsule. There's 3 different oils that have been infused separately and brought together cold in a way that makes it to where they can't intermingle with each other. And so when you swallow that capsule, the body then looks at those oils and it arranges them by the carbon chain length to decide, okay, which oil am I going to digest first? And then it has to digest the first oil before it can move on to the second. And so while that first oil is digesting, we're actually getting partial digestion of the second and third waves. But then once that first wave is finished and the patient has that come down from that first edible effect, that's just when the second wave of the medication is starting. And so it's allowing for, multi-waved, we call it time release because that's really what it is. But I really like the term regulated release. Because we kind of have the ability to kind of custom tailor that over time and based on individuals' metabolisms. But the science is so new, we're kind of, breaking new ground every day.
Breaking the stigma and seeing what all we can do. I dig it. On that note right there, we're going to take a short break. You're watching Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I hope you token up and tune in back in.
Empire Genetics is an advanced research program set forth under the 2018 Oklahoma Industrial Hemp Pilot Program, overseen by Northwestern Oklahoma State University. A lot of farmers reach out to us. They've heard about what we're doing and are interested and want to know what they've had growing on their land since they were kids. Oklahoma is very diverse in its weather system, and so these plants have adapted over the last several hundred years to withstand that. A lot of it was brought here by the U.S. Department of the Interior back as part of Hemp for Victory. Hemp for Victory was brought about with the loom of the coming World War. We knew that we were going to have to produce a very large amount of hemp to rig the ships for their sailing, for their ropes, for their anchors, also clothing, sailors' hats, our flags, everything was made from hemp. Marijuana wasn't made illegal until 1969. The USCSA classed marijuana in with other dangerous narcotics such as heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamines. The campaign to slander cannabis began back in the 20s, mainly with William Randolph Hearst and the paper mills. Then that transgressed into big oil. Later in the 30s and 40s, really gained steam. By late 1937, the Congress passed the Marijuana Tax Act, which grouped industrial hemp in with marijuana. After that, they gave the differentiated names, hemp, marijuana. While farmers were still allowed to grow, taxes were raised so heavily that it made it difficult, especially for lower income farmers. Then in 1940, when Hemp for Victory came to Oklahoma, they actually used Oklahoma as a test plot. Several genetics were shipped in from all around the world to see what would grow best on American soil, since Oklahoma has such a diverse climate. And it's very hard to find a lot of documentation on that. We know there was a lot of places, obviously, that were involved, or we wouldn't be finding cannabis in every county in Oklahoma. Hempire Genetics, sowing the seeds of the past to grow a better future for everyone. Visit us at hempiregenetics.com or on our social media pages at Hempire Genetics.
Welcome back to Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I hope you're toking up and tuning back in. We got a great segment coming to you. Now, we've got a brand new sponsor, ORCA, Oklahomans for Responsible Cannabis Action. You're going to be hearing a lot about them, and I've got a lot going on in my week, too. Bluntsman, hey, brother, what do you got going on, brother?
Man, it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful
day. Out here at Cannabis in a Canyon. Hey, this is one awesome venue.
Right on, awesome. Right on. Now, were you down there for the rain, the first night of the rain?
Oh, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Up till 4 in the morning, hanging out.
2 inches of water.
2 inches of water in the pit. I got in the back seat of the car, slept a few hours, got out, ready to go again.
Cool, right on, right on. I dig it.
But, I mean, overall, though, you couldn't ask for better weather. I mean, yes, it was bad that night, but, I mean, it wasn't too cold. It wasn't too hot.
It was tolerable.
Yeah, see, I ride a bike, motorcycle, so a warm rain is really not that bad at all. Now, It did thunder a little bit up here in the city, so my dog Gunny, I gave him some Sativet, and right there, it calmed him right down, and he just went through the storm, no problem. I thought it was great.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you haven't tried Sativet, I do recommend it, because in my opinion, it does work for your puppy.
Sativet. No, I'm going to have to try that out. Actually, we should be seeing each other later this week, so.
We will be seeing each other later this week. Cool, right on.
I believe we're going to be in the same vicinity. I just got to come by and see you anyway, so.
There you go, brother. There you go, right on. Bluntsman, what do you got going on, brother?
Man, I'm just sitting here making videos. I've been hanging out with the dad father. We've been trying to do some videos together. I've been trying to do also some videos. Me and Charlie Buckets have started a little deal that's about recovery on Sunday mornings, where we talk about how we recovered with cannabis, and we've used cannabis, because everybody talks about how cannabis is a gateway drug when it can actually be used as an exit drug.
It's an exit drug, brother, because I'm in the same boat with that addiction. I dig it.
And I mean, there's so many people that don't like people that do videos or have or like the people that do videos have a problem with other people. Man, I'll do videos with anybody. I'm truly just want to end the stigma.
Right on. I'm very bipartisan myself. I'll do videos with anybody.
Absolutely.
Now, my story. I'm just like you. I'm an addict, and I got off all the drugs that I was on with cannabis also.
Yes, absolutely. I'm 17 months sober.
Right on, brother. Right on. You can't beat that. Throw it out there.
Yes, that's why that's such a big part. Like at first, I was so unsure when I became Bluntsman, because I started in a little small town of Cherokee at a little bitty dispensary called Cloverfields. And then it just started growing with my videos. And like, I didn't know where I was going to go. And at first I was like a little too wild. So now that I've really calmed down and settled into my place, I focus more on addiction, mental health. Like mental health's affected me for my whole life. So I found it real great. Like people relate to that. So many people are scared to talk about it. So I'll put all my stuff out there, even if it is not the best of my past. That way, maybe somebody else ain't scared to talk about theirs. Because, I mean,
My
on.
past
That's
is
the
but my
same reason
future
I
can
do a
be
lot of
bright.
my videos, because a lot of people do relate to us, and
Yes,
they can't get out there. Some people can't do the videos, or some they don't want to do the videos or something like that. But doing these, it does help break the stigma of mental addiction, mental health, addiction, PTSD, and so on. All the stuff we talk about.
absolutely. See, when I first started doing videos, I was so scared because of my teeth and everything else. And I'll tell you this, I've had a lot of course, backlash and everything else from doing videos, but not one comment ever about my teeth yet. So, I
There
mean,
you
I'll
go,
say
brother.
for what I was so scared of getting into doing videos because of my past life and everything else, it hasn't even been a problem. That's what it's just like, you just got to go for it. That's what I tell people all the time. When you're scared of something, go for it. Because at first, Bluntsman was just something for fun. And now it's something that's changing my life. Literally day by day, I have people that message me and say I changed their life by my inspirational videos.
And doesn't that that makes my heart sing whenever someone tells me I do something like that.
Absolutely. I mean, I try to let everybody know every day, hey, you're beautiful. If nobody tells you today you're beautiful, you matter.
Yeah.
The sun's gonna shine again tomorrow.
There you go,
I
brother.
mean, just because you're going through it, you ain't gonna stay going through it.
That's right. That comes back to everybody falls apart. So does tacos. We still love tacos. No big deal.
Absolutely. You gotta love tacos a little more sometimes. See?
Yes, you do. Even when they fall apart, you got to love them a little bit more. Put them
Absolutely.
back together and go for it.
Right?
Right on, right on. All right. Now I've been finding out. Okay, I can talk about our outfits. I've been finding most of my stuff on Amazon. I've been really, really impressed with that.
Yes. I'm having to lose some weight because some of my suits, I probably shouldn't say this where everybody can know, but don't tell anybody, John. But some of my suits, actually, this is one of them where the jacket does button, but a lot of my jackets don't button because of my belly.
Right, I understand.
Yeah, so.
We'll get you some THC.
Well, I think you're doing great, brother. And we're going to just rock on. You've been watching Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. We're going to cut it off right here. Y'all are in Cannabis in the Canyon at Cannabis. I hope you toke up and tune back in. You're watching Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. Having a great time. Patreon.com, Old School and Co. And be a supporter or you can be a sponsor. Right on.
So you can be in the audience, and we have a fun time in the audience too. He doesn't know what he's doing. All right, you've been watching Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I'm sitting here with my good friend Dr. Lawrence Pasternak. We're showing you a segment of all the things we can do with our home grow. I hope you toke up and tune back in next week.